Hi guys, in this episode I visited the Northern Quarter Gallery, which is in Afflecks Palace in Manchester, to speak to the lovely owner Jo about what it's like to have an independent gallery, the kind of work that she has on display, the projects that she's done and everything in between. I hope you all enjoy this episode, and as always, if you have any recommendations for me or suggestions of who to invite onto the podcast, you can message me on Instagram, leahjane_art. Hi Jo, thank you for coming onto my podcast.
Hello, thank you for inviting me to be on it.
I'm excited to talk a bit more about the gallery.
So I'm Jo from the Northern Quarter Gallery that's based on the second floor of Afflecks Palace, and I've been here since July 2017.
Yeah.
And it started out as a little shop because as a designer I'm called Sunflowers in the Sea, and then it's sort of just grown and evolved into a gallery now, which is obviously the Northern Quarter Gallery, and it's basically people that I've met on my little journey through doing like the makers markets and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's various different artists and photographers that are mostly all from Manchester, wanted somewhere to have their work exhibited and sold. So that's.
So did you start off like meeting each other at markets and then you came together to start the gallery?
Well, I left a full-time job as a graphic designer and art director.
Yeah.
I've been doing for 18 years and kind of wanted a bit of a change. There was loads of redundancies coming up and I didn't get them, and I just thought we were in a position with my partner that we thought, right, financially we could take a risk and do something a bit different.
Yeah.
So I set up, and it was just this little shop here to start with.
Yeah.
And then I think Ben Sedman was the first artist that I met from the makers market. He was really keen to kind of get involved and have his work displayed.
Yeah.
And then Sue Willis was the next one with the music map. So it's kind of, and then it's through people like through Ben and Sue, they knew people, so it's kind of through word of mouth and different artists kind of phoning up and getting involved as well.
A collection of people.
Yeah.
So is it mostly people that you meet personally, or do other people can they come to you to display their work?
Yeah. To start with, it was people that I knew, just because you felt like it felt a bit safer, because I've kind of really making this up as I go along. It's a little gallery, but I've kind of learning as I go on it.
Yeah.
So obviously it's lovely to work with friends and people that you trust and things like that. But as the years have gone on and we've become more confident and we've grown, we get lots of people kind of literally just turning up with work or emailing. I think I've got about 10 different artists and designers here at the moment.
Yeah.
And then there's a list of people that would like to join as well, which is brilliant. I mean, it's fantastic. It's just having the space to have everybody.
It is like a little shop, but it does have a lot in it.
It does.
Yeah. Is it all Manchester themed fairs?
It's a mix between. I love music, so if you look at some of the artwork that is music inspired work, there's music maps. There are elements of Manchester in it as well. Obviously, you can see there's photographic work with locations of Manchester. And the Manchester Bee. Manchester Bee, which is a big thing within the gallery. But a lot of the artists have been doing that for years. They've been doing it since 2012. So it's obviously Manchester. The Bee is a massive part of Manchester now, but it always was part of its history and heritage as well. So it's lovely seeing that come through the work as well.
So do you feel like a lot of people who come in and look at the work, are they from Manchester, or is it from all over?
It's a complete mix. There's especially in Afflecks Palace, there's lots of tourists that come here. So you get lots of people from Spain, from France, from Germany. We also get lots of people that have left, that used to live in the UK, that have left, moved away to America, Australia and Canada. And especially at times like Christmas and in the summer, they come back over, and they often like to take a piece of Manchester with them back home again. I've even had people that have found us on Instagram come over to England, not obviously just to come see the gallery, but they come over to see family or just to visit, and they've come and found the gallery just to find certain pieces of work, which is brilliant. And that's really what's brilliant about social media as well, which is it's kind of exposing the work out to the bigger world. So.
I was going to say I think because it's an independent gallery, it's not like a public one. It does feel a lot more inclusive for everybody. Public, it's like Manchester Gallery. I feel like it's more towards people who are into fine art and history of it. But this feels like more for the people and inclusive.
Well, that's kind of how it's not been forced that way, but I love art, I love design, and I've never had the money to be able to buy pieces of art and design. And I often find when you go into galleries that however beautiful they are, they're quite intimidating, and everyone's really quiet, and kind of sometimes you don't know what the right thing to say is about a piece of work and things like that. Whereas this gallery, and I hope there's another gallery upstairs at Egoist, that there's music playing, you can chat, people can even come and have their own, they can see a piece of work and then have their own design done. That's the other thing I like to push, is you can have your own unique piece of work done, which you can't really get from, say, the Manchester Art Gallery or the Louvre or something like that. I mean, a lot of our artists are absolutely brilliant and they're really talented, and obviously price ranges we keep, so it's affordable. There are obviously lots of pieces that are quite expensive because of the amount of work that goes into them and the time and the different techniques and stuff, but you can buy something from here that's, say, £3.50 that you could take away and put in a frame, and that's a piece of artwork. Or you could spend £200-300 on something. There's hopefully there's something for everybody that they can buy and take home. So
I think that's really good as well about like independent galleries, because like you say, it's affordable for everybody, and I think people feel less judged as well. Like you said, if you go into a larger gallery, people, like, there's a certain way you have to act and everything. Like you know that you can't really afford to buy the £1,000 painting. Yeah. But I do like that coming to places like this, and also how you kind of helping other artists as well, like, who are still growing themselves. Yeah, I mean, they help me. That's the other thing. By having lovely, unique pieces in, it kind of makes the character of the gallery and stuff. But that's the intention of it, is to create a platform for anybody that can have this opportunity to, especially like Afflecks Palace. It's like the most brilliant place, and you never know who's going to walk in the door. You get all sorts of characters and people from all over the world. So it's just a, hopefully it gives everybody a chance to have exposure of the work and sell it, which is always a good thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Do you have like a favourite artist that you've had? Oh, I can't say that. It's a real mix, really, because a lot of the artists have evolved, and even excluding the gallery, they're doing amazing things outside the gallery. Like, for example, Christian Taylor and Ben Sedman, they got picked to design the LGBTQB that's in Sackville Gardens, which is fantastic. The NQ Gallery's got a logo on the side because I donated some money towards it, but they've just done an amazing job on it, and they've got a piece of art that will be in Manchester near the gay village forever, hopefully. So it's things like that. It's exciting watching them do amazing things outside the gallery and stuff, and it's just brilliant when they come in with different ideas and they've got new pieces of work, or someone comes in that wants a commission, and I can kind of look through the portfolio of artists and think, I know that artist can do that, or that one can create that. So it's kind of, it's a team effort, I guess, really. But I think that's really nice how it's like a base for artists as well. That's really nice. And they don't have that all stocked in their rooms at home either. It's exposure. I think it's really it's important for like new artists or people who want to be seen, because like in larger galleries you have to be well known to be in them. And there's nothing to say that none of these guys aren't as unique as those artists. I mean, I don't really know how you get to that point of being in a big gallery somewhere, but I just think independent galleries are exciting, and that and that, to me, some of the pieces are just as exciting and beautiful to look at as they are in a bigger gallery. I shouldn't really say that. I definitely think that they're needed, because it gives you a chance to see other a range of artists, not just like certain like painters or fine artists. I was gonna ask, how do you feel like you've evolved from when you first started to how you are now as a gallery? It's been mad. It's been really, really mad, because like I said, it started as just this little shop here, and then just by spaces became available, basically. So it kind of grew and grew and grew. But I feel I'm definitely more confident. We've been doing loads of pop-ups. So we had Debenhams came in last year, and we're looking through all the work and stuff, and we spent 3 months in Market Street shop window,
as the gallery, which was just
in
Debenhams, yeah, on the ground floor, looking out of Market Street. And I mean, those sort of opportunities don't come along in, you know, day-to-day life. So we were there for 3 months, and it was absolutely amazing. We saw people coming off the tram stop, missing their trams to come into Debenhams, which they probably wouldn't have normally done, to come and have a look at the work and buy the work, and it was just really exciting. And then we've done loads of pop-ups. So we take little elements of the gallery and do pop-ups in different locations. We've done it in empty shop units before. We were down at Hatch, which is a sister business to Afflecks Palace. We did it in an old crate container and set up the exhibition in there. Yeah, we've done lots of things, and it's kind of just exciting, you know, how things happen, and you know, you don't know what each day. Every day I think, right, it's going to be a boring week this week. Something happens, or you get a phone call and say, do you want to come here? And it's just brilliant.
I was looking at your Instagram, and I saw something about the Corn. Is it the Corn Exchange?
Yes.
What's that about?
Well, that's really exciting. So Ben Sedman, the photographer that, as you can see, is in the gallery a bit there, he got asked to do an exhibition within the Corn Exchange itself. And he mentioned the Inca Gallery, which was brilliant. And so basically on the side of the Corn Exchange there's this empty glass box, and it was set up from the Corn Exchange as looking like just like a restaurant. Anyway, Leah, the manager of the Corn Exchange, asked us if we wanted to go in and sort of take residence, and we have, and it's absolutely brilliant. And with the gallery's called Cape, so it's Cape by the NQ Gallery, so it's kind of its own little independent gallery on its own. But it's absolutely brilliant, and again, it's just a different people come there, people that wouldn't necessarily come into Afflecks. It's a bigger space, and the great bit about it is it's a glass box, so even at night, even when we're closed up or we haven't opened, the work can still be seen, so it's like a 24/7 gallery in a way. You could literally stand there at night with a torch.
I bet that looks really nice.
And it's beautiful. It is. We all like to laugh because it is like a proper gallery in there, just because of the size of it as well.
How would you organise something like that? Like when you said you went to Hatch and to the Corn Exchange, do you like separate in groups to all the different places?
We've had a few overlaps where we had Debenhams, we had Hatch, and we had Afflecks at the same time. And luckily the artists have got involved in looking after the galleries, because otherwise it would just be crazy. It'd be absolutely mad. So it's more of a case of who wants to get involved, and literally then as a separate elements, we kind of take artwork down. We've had to get loads of easels in, so there's always a spare easel around, and it's just a few of us that kind of help out and kind of set it up and stuff. And it's kind of, luckily everyone, a lot of the artists, some of the artists aren't working, they're artists, full-time artists, so they have time to help come and set up and things like that. So but like I say, we're making it up as we're going. You kind of get, like, the Debenhams got the phone call the day before, met the manager of Debenhams, and then the next morning we were in setting up. So it's kind of, you can't wait on these opportunities, you just have to kind of go with it when they come.
So do they like approach you with like a brief?
No, not at all. It's literally, they just say, well, if you want the space, you can have the space, sort of thing. Obviously things like the Cape is a bit different because we've had our own key, so we can kind of set it up as we want, and we've kind of learned nice ways of displaying things and stuff. Debenhams was a bit different because obviously we were within a department store, so we had to make sure things like the desks were tidy, because some of the artists, like B. Mankinian, he'll sit and paint, and Sue Scott, they'll literally sit and paint on the tables and create artwork there, which is fantastic. So, but places like Debenhams, we had to keep it a little bit more tidier and not not be like a design studio.
So what do you think is like the best part of like having a gallery?
I think just saying the word, I've got an art gallery, which is really funny. I think it's just the people that you meet. I've always loved art and design from a design background, so I can sit here and design and create every day. The artists are all brilliant characters, they've all got mad personalities and things like that. And it's just an exciting journey, because it's just, like I said, people that you meet along the way, and then watching the artists evolve. And I know they won't stay here forever, they'll be doing better things and probably going into bigger galleries and stuff, but it's just really exciting watching it all happen, you know, and being part of it.
I think, do you think that you grow together, like as the artists grow, it helps you as a gallery to grow as well?
Absolutely. I mean, I suppose we all help each other out really as well with social media. And I think some of the artists, it's brilliant because they can actually say, it's fine seeing everything online, but sometimes people like to come and see the physical work before they buy it, or, you know, and see whether that would suit their house. It's nice to see it up in situ and stuff. So yeah, I think it's a 50-50. It's kind of, I need them as much as maybe they need the space to exhibit it, but it wouldn't be anything without the artist. That's the thing.
Yeah, like you work as a team kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
How do you feel like your gallery is different to like a public gallery? In your own words, kind of thing, like.
It's probably a bit more chaotic.
Yeah.
It's more relaxed, hopefully. We often have music on. I just think you can chat more, and you can kind of and ask more questions, and I think you could literally just take a piece and go and buy it and go. It's not, you know, like a public gallery. It's more that you can literally come in, buy a piece of artwork and go, you know. It's kind of,
so you're not just like looking at it and then you have to leave.
Yeah, you can actually take a little piece with you home as well. Or again, like I said, if you want something designed for yourself, if something inspires you in there, we can get something designed as well for your own home.
But if people want to like display the work, how would they go about it, like if they wanted to have it in your gallery?
I generally say, because I'm just manic at the moment and I've probably got loads of people that I'm meant to reply to, is just send me an email with all your social media links and samples of work on it. And it's kind of a case of, hopefully this new year will be a bit better at it, but it's just kind of, and even if I did like once a month have a new artist area, that even if they don't stay for the whole time, they can have a week just to say, right, I'm exhibiting in the NQ gallery. But yeah, just email me over some images and links, and I'll hopefully get back to you. And apologise for anybody out there that I haven't done. It's just been a bit manic.
It is like a collective shop. I think it's really interesting.
It is. It's a bit, I mean, sometimes I think, oh god, it needs a bit of a tidy up. But yeah, it's a real mix of, I think it's a mix of inspiration, different styles. Yeah.
What would you like to do in the future? Like, where can you see yourself being with the gallery?
I don't know. A few of us joke about we could have a gallery in New York, we could have a gallery in Dubai.
Would you still keep this one? And
yeah,
have another
absolutely.
One?
Yeah, because I think, I mean, it's kind of, for me personally, I think this is where it's, being at Afflecks is where it's all kind of happened and started. Just the opportunities that have come by. For example, I've just been exhibited at the moment in the Martin Parr exhibition at the Manchester Art Gallery. Martin Parr's a photographer, creative photographer, but he came into Afflecks, took a picture, and that's now exhibited in the Manchester Art Gallery. So it's things like that that, you know, I feel like these magic things would never happen if I hadn't been in Afflecks. But there's nothing to say we couldn't open up more galleries around the world if we wanted to. I mean, that's why the NQ is quite a good name, Northern Quarter, because most cities have got a northern quarter. It could be the north of the country, north of the town, or something like that. That sounds a bit silly, but yeah, it'd be lovely for the gallery to grow and give it more opportunities for more artists around the country or the world to be able to exhibit. That's a bit of a big dream.
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, Cape, we've been there now since the summer, and you know, that's, you know, it's just like another development, another kind of part of the gallery growing, and it's just exciting.
Is that a permanent thing?
We're not speaking about that. Okay. No one said we're going yet.
Is it
so
like an experiment?
Yeah. I mean, the Corner Exchange has been absolutely amazing. All the staff have been brilliant, really supportive. Yeah, I would like to think, you know, because it was just an empty space before, so if we could stay there with Cape, it would be absolutely brilliant. We'll just see what happens and see how it goes.
Do you feel like you have to have like certain skills to have a gallery, or like a degree or something like that?
I've got a gallery. No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, No, I don't think you do. I mean, I've got a degree, but it's in textiles and surface decoration. I worked as a graphic design and art director, so that's nothing to do with the gallery. But I don't know, I think you have to have a bit of maybe a business sense on you and an eye for design, because obviously you need certain things to be able to sell, and that's one of the tough things about the job, is maybe trying to say to somebody that the work's not quite right or not suitable for the gallery. Doesn't mean the work's not great, but sometimes rejecting people is a bit hard. No, I think, to be honest, anyone can set up a gallery. I think you just have to have a bit of a business head on you and be prepared to work long hours and just enjoy it, I guess. But I don't know whether you can do a degree in creating galleries. Can you? I don't know.
I think there's a degree
Is
for
there?
it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's only new, especially around here, like in Manchester. I think it's in fairly new.
Right, oh, that's
degree.
That's really interesting. Because we do go in.
I think a lot of people feel like you have degrees to do well in the art industry.
No, not at all. I don't think so. And it's kind of like sometimes when the artists come in, they sort of say, "I'm not a professional artist," but I think if you once you've sold maybe one piece of art, you are. You've somebody's wanted to buy a piece of your work.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's at all. I think it's your I mean, obviously, if you go to college, you learn things. You maybe learn skills that you probably wouldn't learn normally at home. But no, I don't think. I think art is something that if you keep working at it, and you absorb as much inspiration and ideas, and looking at other artists and their techniques and things, which you can do online these days, can't you?
Yeah.
And just be inspired by other artists. No, I don't. I mean, it's always good to go to college and stuff like that, isn't
it? We're not saying no.
Yeah, don't not go to college. But no, I think if you enjoy designing and making and creating, keep going at it. You know, and the thing with social media is that you can have your own gallery online anyway. You don't need to go. You know, lots of, especially these guys that I work with, all sell their work online as well. You know,
I've seen like a few online galleries. It's like a website.
Yeah.
But I do feel like physically having a place is nice to visit. And
Absolutely.
Physically see, like you said earlier on.
Yeah, and it's nice sometimes when the artists are looking after the galleries that sometimes people come in and looking at a piece of work, and you can actually say, well, that's actually the photographer, or that's the artist or the designer that actually did it.
So
and that's what you don't normally get in a gallery unless you go to a private view. You're not going to get to meet the artists face to face, which is brilliant. You know,
definitely.
That's fantastic, and especially like some of the artists sitting painting and making, they're actually seeing them creating it there as well. So
I think that's like engaging for the people as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to like mention your Instagrams and?
Yeah, if you don't mind. So so it's Northern Quarter Gallery, Afflecks Palace, floor 2. Or if you pop down to Cape at the Corner Exchange, that's our second gallery down there. I'm trying to think of all my social media things. It's basically the Northern Quarter Gallery. You can find us online. But yeah, thank you.